We have a couple chats here that came through. Blade, he did really quick. This one.
Touch my Blade donated $200.
I think this is kind of the one that you asked.
Should let an invasion happen.
Yeah.
Maybe by a nation that doesn't have the same values. Think of one, a bad one.
Touch my Blade.
If men don't want to fight, cool. Now you have new masters. Which would you prefer? New or?
Yeah, right. So this, I mean, so you're exactly right, Touch My Blade. So my kind of thought process here is that if other nations knew that there would be no way to compel the citizenry to go and fight, especially in modernity, those would be the nations I'd want to invade. Especially if the entailment of it was like, we will never force you under any circumstances, even if your women are getting butchered in the streets. That's the no-no. It's just kind of, to me, it just seems like it's so absurd, you know? It just seems absurd.
That makes sense. That's a good point. And I guess that's not a topic I've, like, to the extreme that I've really researched or thought about enough. So
I mean, but these are realistic scenarios, right?
Yeah, no, they are. They are. Things to think about, definitely.
Especially historically when it came to warfare, where, I mean, now there's like rules of war and stuff, which even today are still broken. You see this going on in...
There's no rules to war. I mean, Israel just blew up everybody's pager, right? There's no rules anymore.
But also with the birth rate as well. Israel's a really good example of that because they were getting outbred by the Palestinians.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Yasser Arafat, who was a Palestinian leader, said his greatest weapon is the woman's womb because they were just breeding. And then Israel knew that they were going to become a minority. So then they had a mass propaganda campaign to get their birth rate up, and they did.
They did. They gave free in vitro fertilization. They would do it up to 10 times. But the problem is that it can't be sustained because the age that women are having children is in their 30s now. And since that's the case, it's not going to be sustainable.
And I mean, as recently as World War II, I think on the German side and the Russian side, you know, as the Germans entered into Russia, and then as Russia entered back into Germany, wasn't there significant amounts of...
Well, Stalin stopped all abortion inside of the Soviet Union because he knew he needed the numbers. So he stopped all abortion. Because they knew they needed the numbers of soldiers that were going to be necessary required to defend the motherland, so they stopped it all.
But I'm just saying
And by the way, they're the ones ultimately who won World War II. So
yeah.
But, yeah.
I was more so saying just like the women were being victimized as Germany went into Russia, and as Russia then in turn went back into Germany. So
well, they called it the R word of Berlin for a reason. Like they literally went through and the whole country. They just
Nanking as well.
Yeah, Nanking as well.
Vietnam. We have law paladins here. It's not an odd standard. It's a very consistent standard. Anti-human ideology. Babies are bad. Men dying in war is good. Blank good. Abortion's good. Career good. Family's bad. Ask her about breeders.
Well, it's.
I didn't even say that.
I agree that
babies are bad.
I agree you didn't say that. I 100% agree with that, and I would not put words in your mouth. I just look for the entailments of the position. Like, where does this lead? Where does this idea eventually go?
Touch My Blade donated $200.
Thank you, Blade.
Seems a somewhat privileged opinion. To not worry about if men will protect you. In a nation that they already do historically and currently.
Right, well, and it would be really funny. I think intersectionalists could do something really good about this, right? They could kind of take the wind out of the sails of men by saying, okay, we're just not going to count men as a monolith. But then they couldn't count women as a monolith. And if they can't count women as a monolith, it can't be a whole oppressed class because they outnumber men at 51% to 49. Men go, wait a second, that makes no sense. You outnumber us. And they go, well, yeah, but we're still an oppressed minority because of power dynamics. And so we have to count the entire thing. It's like, okay, well then you have to count men as a monolith too, which is just crazy to me.
We have Warlord 69, where is it? Chair 4, why do you have such a lack of respect for men? Why are you so unappreciative of men?
My name.
Right, well, and it would be really funny. I think intersectionalists could do something really good about this, right? They could kind of take the wind out of the sails of men by saying, okay, we're just not going to count men as a monolith. But then they couldn't count women as a monolith. And if they can't count women as a monolith, it can't be a whole oppressed class because they outnumber men at 51% to 49. Men go, wait a second, that makes no sense. You outnumber us. And they go, well, yeah, but we're still an oppressed minority because of power dynamics. And so we have to count the entire thing. It's like, okay, well then you have to count men as a monolith too, which is just crazy to me.
We have Warlord 69, where is it? Chair 4, why do you have such a lack of respect for men? Why are you so unappreciative of men?
My name's Lily, and I do respect and appreciate men. I think there are a lot of men that are great. That doesn't mean I don't think some of them are scary.
30%. You said 30%.
Hey, you forced me to pick a number. I don't have, like...
I didn't force you.
Well, you were pushing me to do it. If I was silent, you were going to
originally you said 40%. It's 70 million men in the United States.
My response to that, I do respect and appreciate men.
Do we need men?
Yes. Just like we need women. We need both. I don't think there's a world where it can just... You don't think... Okay.
What do you think? Andrew's meditating on that one. Huh? Oh, she wants to tangle on that one.
I'm not convinced on that, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But for the same reasons that you wouldn't be, right? So I just say, like, sure, men are total monsters, right?
I didn't say that.
And since they could, well, no, this is me, right? It's like, okay, If men really are have the capacity to just be kind of like these oppressive monsters, then why not just handmaid tale the whole thing? You just put all the women in the cages, right? And just like livestock them if you wanted to. Women could never do that in opposition. And so because of that, I'm like, well, it seems like men are pretty benevolent because they really could and have in other countries done that, like in the Middle East, places like this. They completely strip the rights of women kind of overnight. And women can't really do much about it, but they can't do it in reverse, right? They can't make men do this in reverse. So when the question becomes, are women necessary? It's like, yeah, I can agree that women are necessary to have children, but are they necessary to run a society? Clearly not. Like, clearly not. Like, I can point to you many societies right now where they're totally unnecessary in the running of a society. Like, that's just factually true. Now, what you're doing is you're taking this in your head. I can tell you this right now. Here's what you're doing. You're going,
exactly
he actually believes that you should put women in cages and do horrible things, even though I literally never said a word like that.
I didn't think that. You're
I just want to let you know right now that that's not my ought claim. I'm just saying what is true.
Good, but I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah, so what is true is that, no, I don't think society needs women to function. I don't think it needs them in any support role, really. I don't think it needs them in any leadership role whatsoever. I think that if women were essentially relegated to second-class citizens, as an is statement, not an ought, as an is statement, if women were relegated to second-class citizens, I think society would be fine.
That's really upsetting to hear. So you really just think that women exist to give birth?
See, that's the ought. See the ought saying, I see the ought. You see the ought there that you did there?
So
you think women only exist to do that's an ought claim. I'm not saying ought.
So what do you?
I don't think women only exist to do that. I'm telling you descriptively. I want you to answer to the descriptor with a counter descriptor. I think it is true, not ought to be, but is true, that if women were relegated to second-class citizens.
Touch My Blade donated $200. If all men passed instantly, or if all women passed.
This guy's like always 5 seconds behind me
Who
on
would
this.
last longer? Take infrastructure, power, water, food, farming, etc.
I just want the counter descriptor. So I'm not saying this should be true. I'm not saying that you should do any of this, because you shouldn't. I'm just giving the descriptor of what is correct and accurate. So from my view, it is correct, descriptively true, that if all women were made into second-class citizens tomorrow, they had no real rights, they were not allowed in government positions of any kind, nor leadership positions, that society would be just fine. There would not be any, like, I can't really even envision, I just really can't even really envision any problems, honestly. So I'm waiting for a counter descriptor to say, nope, I do think that there would be lots and lots and lots of problems, and here's what they would be. But I don't want to hear ought, what we should do, because I already agree with you, we shouldn't do this.
Well, not enough women have even been in government to prove that they have the capabilities to help run it.
Yeah, but that doesn't counter the descriptor of what of this being true. Like, I'm just going to grant that. Like, maybe women would be the bestest rulers ever. Let's say they occupied 90% of government, they'd be way better than men. My descriptor, though, is just that if all women were relegated to second-class citizenry, I don't see why society wouldn't function fine.
I mean, I just disagree with you just on the grounds of you can't have one, strata or like one type of person be in power.
Well, it wouldn't be one type of person. It would be thousands of different types of people.
Men. It would be men.
Yeah, but wait, there's only two types of humans, right? Men and women.
Right.
Right, so there's male and female.
One type of person.
But can't we point to cultures right now where women are completely disenfranchised from all power roles and the society functions fine?
Not for them. They're miserable. They're
it's not good
they
for
can't do the things they want to do.
I agree, it's not good for the women. The women don't like it. But that's not contending again with the descriptor. The descriptor is, would society be fine? Like, you could have a totally oppressed underclass.
The happiness of their citizens and the abilities for them to act out according to their own needs and wants. And so if women are oppressed and they can't do that, then it's not a stable and good society for everybody.
What if they have a massive brainwashing program which convinces all of the women that they're actually happy? As many of these nations do. And so the women report, we're really happy. No, I'm not kidding. Like, this is true right this second. I can point to many countries where this is the case.
Gulf states.
Yep. Tons of them.
You look at countries like Qatar, Dubai, they don't have really any women in positions of power at all.
Tomorrow, here's how it's going to be.
Second-class citizens, and
here's Twitter. Here's Twitter tomorrow, right? Andrew Wilson says we should do thing. I literally said we should never do. Just giving a descriptor, but I can already tell. He wants women in cages. I can hear it now.
Low Paladin says, thank you, Andrew. Vote Andrew 2024, Taliban party. But seriously, you've already absorbed anti-baby propaganda, idiocracy, Handmaid's Tale, even cartoons you watched as a baby. Fern Gully, Too Many Human. That was a banger of a movie.
By the way, that other guy, real sharp, what's his name? Blade, yeah.
Touch My Blade.
He seems
Touch My Blade.
He seems like he's on it.
He's on point. He's been firing off. Well, I think also maybe Andrew, you can speak to like the actual, I guess, practical application here when it comes to men being involved in critical infrastructure. And is that kind of the angle that you're coming at this with? Like,
no, I'm literally coming at it from all angles. If women were removed from all societal function, like let's say that this is a Middle Eastern nation where you can't even walk down the street without like having a male escort. Those nations, I'm not kidding, they exist right now. I know that for some reason feminists think that this is like, you're talking about a hypothetical handmaid's tale. These civilizations exist right now and they have hundreds of millions of people in them. Hundreds of millions. If you remove women from all critical roles in society, these nations keep going fine. Like, and in many cases, they thrive. Like, that is descriptively true. So I don't even know why people argue it. It's like,
Dubai like
I
that?
agree.
it's
I
true.
agree.
Dubai's a little bit more liberal, but like,
yeah, it's just true, right? And
You
it's
look
like-
at countries like Saudi, it's like that.
It's like
Saudi's
that.
a pretty prosperous country.
It's like that all over the Middle East. It's like that in many regions of Asian nations as well. It's like that in many places where like women are completely removed from all positions of power, authority, autonomy, and just the societies function. Like now you can say it's not optimal, sure. You can say it's morally reprehensible, agreed. But that's not taking away the fact that they work.
Touch My Blade donated $200. I'm Australian, so we still know what's up, lads.
See?
Great
Another one.
stream.
Did he lose you now with the Australian thing? He lost you,
A bunch
Andrew.
of people have been
Another
sitting here
one.
trying to
Touch My
convince me
Blade.
forever that
Another
this country
style.
exists.
It's not a real
Can
country.
I make a comment about what you said? Because it's
Yeah.
actually a great point. One of my favorite graphic novels is called Why the Last Man. And
Yeah, I've read it.
yeah, and essentially one day all of the men just
With Yuri?
Dropped.
Isn't that his name? Yuri or Yorin or something?
yeah, Yorick.
Yorick,
Yeah, and society completely fell apart because women only make up like 2% of engineers
Yeah.
or doctors, and they didn't know what to do. I mean, you have to read it. It's actually a really cool perspective.
Society was completely decimated. It was
Yeah,
one
and
last,
they went
yeah.
insane because it
Yeah.
helps you realize like how much men actually have a role in society. When I feel like this generation, in the sense, makes it seem like they don't or try to downplay men. And it's very easy to forget how important they are and how much they do have to contribute and how much expectations that are put on them from the moment they're born.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that you push this point, right, that people actually get very, very upset if you just kind of point out obvious things that contend with their kind of preconceived notions. In this particular case, most of human history, most of human society, and currently, I would say most societies in the world outside of the West, women are relegated to secondary roles. And society has absolutely flourished. I just want to, right? Except the West. The West is the only one way below threshold of birth rates. They're the ones who are way below kind of these thriving rates. And so it's like, descriptively, I can clearly see that women were relegated historically to a lesser role. And in most nations, right the second, they're relegated to a lesser role. And these societies function fine. So this like idea that women must be in all these places, it's just absurd to me. I don't even understand why anybody would argue with that. They could say, again, you can make the moral arguments against it. I would agree, right? I don't want them in a secondary role. I'm just saying that descriptively, I can see with my own eyeballs that these societies are not going like out of existence because women are not in government.
I would like to bring it back to dating for at least the most of the end of the show, but you do seem to be shaking your head here. Is there still a disagreement on
done.
this? Or
I'm done.
You're done?
done.
Was it the misogyny? Was it the raging Andrew Wilson misogyny that did it? Even though it was like or it wasn't hot claims, excuse me.
Like men are superior, men are superior.
Yeah, like, okay, you proved you're better. Like, I don't know. Like, what are you even trying? Why? Why are you arguing for that?
I didn't never argued for it.
I don't think he was saying.
By the way,
men are
I
better
just want to let
because-
you know. Hang on, I just want to let you know. I never argued for it. Hang on. I would like you to acknowledge that not one time did I actually argue for that. No. Nope, can't do it. If you give a descriptor, you believe it. Right?
Do you think society would be better without men?
I don't think society would be better without men or women. Like, there need
Well-
to be both. And
well,
also,
for
to answer your
reproduction.
point,
For
for a
reproduction.
society, women
No,
need
for
to be
reproduction.
nurturers, educators, caregivers. And that's not to say that they can't also do other things. And yes, maybe this book you read proved that, like, they're 3% or 2% of engineers or doctors or whatever. But if in a world, hypothetically, if men did not exist, a world could still flourish with just women. I'm not, like, it can, if just men, a world could flourish. Just women,
Well-
a world could flourish. But with both, there needs to be some kind of level ground where both can flourish at the same time without pushing down another.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I almost wonder if this is more so like, and we've gone into these like apocalyptic scenarios where what would happen if all men disappeared instantly or all women disappeared instantly? And I think perhaps Andrew, a little bit of what he's getting to, although he seems to have expanded on it a bit, is that if all women were to disappear, it would suck. That'd be terrible. It would be the end of the species. But when it comes to the survival, oh, Andrew disagrees. Okay, what the bone marrow shit? Okay, because men are involved in critical infrastructure, the world would continue. But if you were to remove all men from the world instantly, it would be catastrophic, and I think majority of women would be dead within 3 weeks.
If
Same with
women,
men.
Nope.
if women were allowed the education and resources that men had in the past,
They
they would
are.
be able to have.
They
no,
are. Yes,
they weren't
they
allowed
are.
to have school before, and if we
In the
could-
past, today you can do anything as a
yes,
woman.
today,
Yeah, you just get paid less.
Women were always the most
Oh,
literate.
no.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know, women were always the most literate.
literate.
Yeah, they were always the most literate. Actually, women knew how to read more
Yeah, but
than
you're
men
talking
did.
about engineering jobs. If we
Yep.
had opportunities,
But the world
for
would be better without
But so, okay.
Well, hang on, I'll address it.
Wait.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that almost nobody had an engineering job. Almost everybody worked locally, right?
Yeah.
You had localized farms, things like that. That's where most people kind of did what they did. There wasn't when you're talking about specializations, things like that, wasn't a thing most people did. Most people kind of grew up in a region, stayed in that region, and they did things like family farms, kind of localized jobs, farm hands, things like that. It's mostly labor-based rather than specialty-based. But women, right, interestingly enough, actually have the highest literacy rates, still do. And so there was kind of an emphasis and a value put on that support role where it was more necessary than just, hey, dumb guy, lift heavy thing, right? So I've never really believed in the suppression Olympics that historically, because women had a different role, that meant that they were supremely oppressed in opposition to men. I've never thought that was true.
I feel like if they could fill other roles during that time, they could have flourished and become
Which
great
ones?
in their role.
Which roles?
What?
Which roles?
Like administration, government,
Well, okay, what in government?
anything, political positions.
What time
Well,
period
I
are
don't
you
understand
referring
how
to?
how would that have helped their
Law.
practical skills?
The practical skills?
Yeah, so his thought process here is like, okay, because
we had the
because
all-around
men are
resources,
so
then we'd be
necessary.
more equal.
Yeah, because
We
men,
wouldn't be down here,
Okay,
we'd
but
be here.
hang on, I'll explain.
Okay, continue.
So he's saying if we remove all men from all the critical infrastructure, much of it they do because only they can do it, right? It actually requires a great amount of physical strength to be an
I think it would
underwater
crumble
welder.
right now. It would crumble. It wouldn't.
Yeah, but if historically women had been, allowed access to like engineering and things like this, which by and large they honestly did, just to a lesser degree, I don't understand how that would suddenly make them in charge of all this critical infrastructure that men move towards and women don't.
I feel like if women were never impressed in the past, then we would be more level.
Why?
Because
women in the most egalitarian nations on planet Earth still move away from engineering and applied science jobs and move towards, well, mostly secretarial work and service work, which is where they're at right now. If you look at the top 10 jobs of women, what do you think they are? It's like teacher, nurse, secretary, right? They're doing the same shit they were doing 100 years ago. When given the choice, in other words, they still move towards the same occupations that they were
Because that's what they
moved
thought they
into.
could do. That's what society set up for them to do.
Right now.
Now we have more available.
Then why do they move still towards?
I did that exactly, actually. I was originally going to study, I studied at Embry-Riddle. I was going to be an aerospace engineer, so I was getting my associates for engineering fundamentals, and I switched it to ultrasound tech.
Yeah.
And it just means mostly calculus and trigonometry.
They're actually
not my
desperately
favorite.
trying to herd them into those
Positions,
career
yeah,
paths. Yeah,
absolutely.
but
They don't want
not doing it.
them. They don't want them.
Yeah.
Then I understand why men and women would have completely different interests in different things. I totally understand why.
And then you take into account, for example, like roofing and concreting and all of these things that these don't even require women to go to university, like applied
Right,
engineering sort of role.
yeah.
These are just like ice road trucking and all these really dangerous, heavy lifting jobs.
Blue-collar workers,
Yeah, we're not even talking
Here,
about those
Austin, can
ones.
you
That's
get
the next
that pulled
layer.
up, and then can you
And
also
they physically couldn't do it.
Can you get that pulled up, and then can you also
Exactly.
can you also get
Yeah.
the cockroach video, please? Do you have the cockroach video? Prioritize the cockroach video.
There's a cockroach video.
I don't think so.
Okay, go ahead. All right,
Plumbing.
just play it. Just play it. All right, this is a man. Not a lot of women are willing to do this job. Not it doesn't appear particularly dangerous, but it's dirty and it's gross.
Did you ask women that if they were willing to or not?
Yeah. It's been available to them. Sanitation workers. It's been
Okay,
available
hold
to
on.
them
Can I ask you, are you scared of spiders?
Yes.
Are you scared of spiders? Be honest. Hold on.
Touch My Blade donated $200. I personally find it easier to learn language after I have shelter, food, water, security. Only mainly because without those things I'm not alive to learn language.
That's-
Just me though.
He's got money.
Scared of spiders?
Mosquitoes.
Scared of spiders?
Terrified of them.
Scared of spiders?
No.
No?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
You?
Well, not scared of
You?
spiders.
Cockroaches,
Yeah.
but
Scared of
spiders.
spiders.
Okay.
What's his name? Are you scared of spiders?
Have any of you ever
Exactly.
I just
asked?
crushed them with my hand.
Yeah, it's because you're men, right?
But have any of you ever lived with a man or been in a room with a man and there was a bug of some kind?
Yeah, and he ran away screaming, so I got it for him.
That's a
Okay,
big
well,
one.
you did soy boy liberal cuts.
That's pretty funny.
I mean, it is what it is. But look, I've encountered my own anecdotal experience. I've had spiders in my rooms. Women are like, a spider.
I mean, you've been with.
But I'm not, I
Can't say
don't.
that about
There
everybody.
was
I wouldn't do
submissive
that.
women that are willing to just do whatever you say.
Exactly.
What?
That's what
Well,
you
then why
expect.
would
That's what
you
you
just
expect
told
from
me
women,
about
to be
men?
submissive to you.
You panicked when a guy had an unloaded rifle. What are you talking about?
I mean, would you
Like,
if someone had a gun towards you? If you didn't know.
an unloaded rifle? That your boyfriend walked around with an unloaded rifle?
Should we
No,
play
I
the
know
other
it
one?
wasn't loaded.
Let's do the
That's
other one
what
really
we're
quick.
doing.
All right. What about this? What about this? Okay. All right. Now this is really intense.
That is so sick.
This is
He chose to do that. Ain't nobody told me to
Like,
get
no
that
one
job.
has to.
Well, someone
here's
has
the
to do
reality.
it.
Yeah, somebody has to do it. Women ain't trying to do this shit.
I would do that shit.
You see the lights in here? You see the lights? You know when
would?
it's fucking
You
freezing?
would do that?
Some women would. But you know the.
Do y'all enjoy light? Do you like
What do you
electricity?
do? Like, what do you do right now?
You? Me?
Yeah.
I just moved here, so I'm just in school.
Yes.
Well, what have you done before as a
Like
job?
work.
Yeah.
I was a ride operator.
You were a what?
A ride operator.
What is that?
I operated rides at Six
Like a
Flags.
county.
At Six
Full
Flags?
throttle.
You mean you had the little switch panel and you push the button and it made the ride go?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I got it. You would climb up there in the middle of a snowstorm, do that job?
I would if
You
I was
would.
trained, yeah.
Anyways, all right.
I believe you.
That was interesting. We need to get through a couple things here, so let's see. Or you said something? Sorry, really quick, your thing?
I forgot what I said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course that happens.
I mean,
all
can you
right.
remind me what I said so I can back myself up?
Huh?
I really forgot, so if you
What,
can
I
remind
was
me.
like,
then
do
I
you
know what
guys
I'm
Oh, the
enjoy?
spider thing.
I was like, do you guys enjoy electricity?
talking
And
about.
you're like,
so,
do you?
Well, yeah, right?
But the difference
I mean,
is.
can you survive off of it? You can't.
Yeah, but the difference is I acknowledge that if it wasn't for
I
men
can't.
who are in infrastructure jobs, we would not be enjoying the electricity which we have.
It's just electricity. Like, yeah, men do the job for it. But, like, at the end of the day.
Do you realize how
why are
important
you, like, praising
electricity
of-
is? If there, even if we didn't remove,
It's just electricity.
If a female wanted to do that,
hold on.
then she
Even if we
can
didn't
too.
get rid of like the sewage and the telecoms and the trucking and the transportation.
Girls are truckers
Hold on.
too.
Okay.
They
Even if we didn't
transport.
get rid of those other things, do you realize how pampered the lives we live are? If we singularly got rid of electricity, we would all be like collectively panicking and fucked. If it's in the winter, we're dead.
Yeah,
No,
I
not me.
100%
Not
agree
me.
with you.
Not
I
me.
never
I'm
said I
kidding.
did
Human
it.
race
But I
survived
just
without
asked
no
you,
electricity.
don't you need electricity
Like, that was
too?
the thing.
That's
Yes,
all I
but I'm
asked you.
grateful for the men who provided,
Perfect.
while
I'm
your
grateful for
pampered
having
asses
electricity.
have contempt for men.
I'm grateful for everybody that has put the
And you
effort to
don't-
give us electricity. Everybody, male, female. Because you're telling me not one female has not helped?
Of course.
Oh my
It's all
God.
just male, 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 male,
Yeah.
male.
I mean, there's
Men
also,
are, look, here's the point blank.
We need somebody to
Men-
sign the paychecks for sure.
Men are unilaterally responsible for every bit of comfort and security you are currently ungratefully enjoying. That's the difference. I acknowledge.
I pay my taxes.
I don't have that kind of job, but I.
Touch My Blade donated $200. Internet is cool. Phones are fun. Any deep sea divers in the group? What is your favorite welder? You more a mig or tig gunner gal?
I mean, there was an era where electricity didn't exist and the human race did just fine. That doesn't mean it's not a great thing. But also, if we're going to talk about what roles
do you think they
are
were
more
doing
important than
before
another
that,
one,
though?
if we're going to talk if women are delegated to second class whatever roles,
That's
those
not-
are okay. Well, if
All
you
right,
think there are
let's-
certain positions meant for women, and then we,
I'm not even saying that. But go ahead.
so you're saying
ahead.
nothing is then.
Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go
If
ahead.
those are caregivers, nurturers, educators, are those not just as important
Nope.
as the physical aspects of this world?
Nope.
So if women are delegated to these roles, or if they're better at these roles, it's because they have specific traits that men don't, which is empathy, caring, love, whatever. And that's not to say men don't, but it's
Well,
less.
no, that-
and
that
so what
wouldn't
if it's just
tell
the
if
world
they-
of men who are in like the higher class levels? Then was
No,
a world of
wait,
like sociopaths.
higher class. Wait, what do you mean higher class levels?
I mean, sorry, like you said first class or first level, second
oh,
level.
you're going back
whatever.
to Andrew's
Yeah,
argument.
so when you're talking about traits, so I'd reject your first premise where you say women are doing these jobs because they have traits which acclimate them to the job. So I just kind of reject that and say, well, no, I think that they do those jobs because they don't have the traits to do the other ones.
That's what you're assuming.
So then
though.
men are doing the roles that they're doing because they have better traits.
Well, they have the
Women just don't have any
capacity.
traits
They have
that
the
apply in
capacity.
the position.
Or they prefer it.
I'm
Okay, so
trying
then
to-
you're saying that
what-
women do the
Let me
nurturing.
answer the question. Hang on. Let me answer it. Okay.
Uh.
What I'm saying is that if you were to take away the idea that, it could be that women are only relegated to do these jobs because they have the best traits to do the jobs. I would just give that kind of counter response that no, they're relegated to do those jobs even though men can do those jobs because those are the
Not at
jobs
all.
that women are capable of doing, even though men are equally as capable of doing them. And by the way, I will go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt that I'm wrong. All you have to do is give me a single job that you think that men are not just as capable of women at doing, and I will do the same with men to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, parenting, mothering, nurturing, educating.
What parent? Wait,
Educating,
I'm sorry.
definitely educating.
Hang on, I just want to make sure.
Anything that has a
One at a time. One at a time. So let's start with mothering, right? You would agree with me that women only do that job because they're the only ones who can be mothers, right?
Yeah, okay, great, then
But
it
when
is.
you're talking about parenting, there's no way you're ever going to say that women are just better parents than men, or men can't do that job as well as women, right? You would say that?
I would say yes. More fathers are absent than mothers.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the capability of men to do the job of parenting is not equal to that of women.
How?
Oh, then a woman
Because
can easily
you're
do electricity.
you're making this kind of great conflation that because they can't. I'm making the exact opposite
So because
argument.
women don't go for the jobs they can.
No, that's a different argument. So your argument was if they're relegated to those roles by men, then they're relegated to those roles because men think that they're valuable in those roles because they have the traits that acclimate them to those roles. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying no, that men can easily do those jobs just as easily as they can do the jobs that they're in now, but the reverse is not true.
Okay.
So when you say parenting, I think that men are just as capable of parenting as women.
Okay, we can disagree.
You don't think they're just as capable?
So why is it that you
Wait,
think
hang on. You don't think they're just as
Well, I
capable?
think just like you don't think women aren't as capable for certain positions, I think men aren't as capable for other positions
What?
that are equally as important
What?
that I just named.
What?
Educating, nurturing, parenting, literally
Why?
any
Wait.
of these roles that you think are delegated.
You think
delegated
why?
to women.
Like
Well,
what?
then why do you think these other
Well,
positions
I'll
that
tell
men
you.
have
I'll tell
are-
you.
Tell me.
I'll tell you. But
Sure.
let's start. We already went over soldiering, for instance, right? And no, women are not just capable of men at soldiering. No, they're not.
I didn't say they were.
Now, I'm saying, that's my example then. Your example, I would like you to give me whatever your evidentiary is that men are not just as good at educators as women. Let's look at professorships. Let's look globally at professorships.
Well, then let's look at
let's look at scholars. Let's look at doctors. Let's look at lawyers.
That are women.
Well, wait, I'm not disputing that women can do those jobs. Never disputed it. I'm just telling you that men can do them equally as good. And so if that's the case, I'm giving you counterexamples where women can't do this job equally as good.
Like sanitation?
So I really don't understand the equation, right?
And also in terms of parenting, if you look at the stats of single mother households compared to single father households, the single mother households are much more likely to produce criminals, to produce people who are mentally ill, to produce people who live in poverty, feminists, male feminists, and the like.
Male
The
feminists.
father isn't present,
Motherfuckers.
and a baby needs both parents.
No, this is
Wait,
statistics, yeah.
Hold on. Jay, can you give your concrete
That's a great
example?
feminist counter, actually. The great feminist counter is, well, that's because men aren't present. So all the data is coming from single mom households because there's so many of them to choose from. I agree with that, actually. That's a great counterpoint. Problem is that now we're able to, now the court system has changed, men are able to get custody of their children more. So now what we can do is we can look at the data of...
That's true. They struggle more in court.
Yep. So now we can look at the data of what happens when you grow up in a single father household versus single mother, and we can draw it one-to-one. The outcomes are still better in a single father household than single mother.
Well, that's a very...
I think that's very opinion.
Wait.
That's
so,
not opinion.
Jay, do you want to give your
It is.
concrete
It is.
example? Then I'm going to move it on to dating.
I was just going to say, do you guys like Barack Obama? Do you think he was a good president?
Yes.
By the way, you can also find that data
Absolutely.
that I just cited on the Substack of Rachel Wilson. She got all of it together so that you can see for yourself in single father versus single mother households how they fare differently.
Okay, I can look into that.
Well, it was Barack Obama who actually said that they're 20 times more likely to end up in prison. And I'm not sure the other statistics, but
Poverty.
far more likely to end up in poverty and far more likely to end up in prison. Oh, no, in
But
prison,
why?
prison,
But why is
poverty.
that? So you're saying if you ended up single and you had a kid, your kid would be the most complete trash just because you're singly mothering
That's
him?
not what I'm saying.
That's a very
That's what
extreme
you're
place to
agreeing
take
with.
it
No,
to.
it's just based off of actual numbers.
No, but like
These
you,
are
I'm talking about you
actual
though.
statistics.
You. If you were a
You seem
single
like you'd be
mother,
pretty happy in a world where women are just like pushed down and they don't really get to do
you
whatever
want
they
to
want.
beg, you want to
I mean,
bow
yeah.
down to a guy?
You don't take that?
Like, yeah? Really?
It's in my faith
All
as
you
a
want all
Christian
your
woman
hardworking
to
money to go
work.
to a man.
The
I don't think
feminism
I should
in
be
this
working.
room is
Hold on a
That's
second.
just
Hold on a second. Let
you
her.
think
Wait,
you
let her-
deserve the world.
Let her respond. You gonna take
I
that?
think that women, we compliment men very well, just like they compliment us very well. They're excellent protectors, providers, and leaders.
So, but
and that's
you're
how
saying
they're
you're not
supposed
though.
to be.
You're not an excellent provider, leader,
Why should
lover.
I don't think that women should be the providers. I think men should be the
Okay,
providers.
Serena Joy.
I'm not saying you're the provider. I'm asking you if you feel like you should bow down to a man, just because he gives you everything. Do you give him nothing
though? To
though?
my man, yes. That's what I believe in. That's what it says in my Bible. That says how I'm supposed to honor my husband, and he's supposed to love me just as you're supposed to love the church.
Throw
You
it
can
back.
honor your husband, respect him, but it should also be love towards both from both sides. Like you should not feel like you need to bow down to a
It is
man,
love on both sides.
but you're bowing down to a man.
I'm not bowing down to him. I'm
You
complimenting
just
him.
said you would.
Can I cut in for a second? Who the fuck cares? Who cares?
I mean,
about
that's how
if I'm gonna
somebody
bow-
wants to
no,
live
no,
in
no,
their
no,
life.
No, not about you. Like, who cares if you're gonna bow down to a man or if you're gonna be the leader? Like, fuck feminism, first off, because it is so annoying. Like, you
Exactly.
can be a woman. Listen, you can be a woman and support women's rights, but not put down men because of it. You're sitting there
That's not what I was
talking
doing.
shit about them. You are so sweet, but I'm pissed off. Like, it is just so aggravating. How are
Wait,
you
into
gonna
the
get-
mic, please. Into the mic.
Sorry. How are you gonna get upset if she wants to bow down to her man because of her religion or how she feels?
I'm not getting upset. I'm just asking her a question.
Yeah, what you know about that? I think that was directed at you, by the way, what she said.
Yeah, I
so
know it was, and I said she was
Yeah.
sweet, but I'm still mad.
I think you should
I'm gonna curb
take her to
something.
task for
I
it.
will not.
Curb stomper.
We just disagree. I don't think you should ever feel okay bowing down to somebody. I mean, I'll drop it. Like
Wait.
I don't want to attack you for that. That's your belief. If that's your belief, I respect that. If that's what you believe, awesome.
Like,
and
do
I'll
you mean
drop
be
it.
submissive though?
Yeah. I mean, okay, maybe if that's who you are and who you want to be, then be that. I'm not gonna attack that.
So you're like
I'm
50,
sorry for getting
you're
upset.
like down
I think,
50-50 in a relationship.
Yeah.
So you'd prefer equality over chivalry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it is nice
So
that my
so
boyfriend
like
pays all the bills.
so first date,
It's like reaching.
you split the bill.
He's providing.
What?
You split the bill on the first date. Like you insist on splitting
I
the bill.
pay for some of the dates. Like we go back and forth.
No. Okay,
Like,
let's
for
talk about
first-
first
for
dates.
first date,
How
I
many
mean-
first dates have you been on?
Not really like a formal first date. We just like.
Have you been
just, like,
to
hang out.
dinner? Have you been to a movie?
With someone I've been in a relationship with for a while?
You've never been on a first date?
Not really. I mean, I guess
just-
technically, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. Like, yes, but not like, yes.
What? Okay. Who paid?
I don't remember.
The guy didn't it?
I'm sure for one of the guys or some of the guys. Not every single time I've
How
been on
many
a first
guys?
date they've paid. I don't know. I can't pull up the numbers. I don't remember.
You don't. So you don't have a preference for men paying though?
No.
So you split the bill.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to last name, are you going to hyphenate your last name?
I would
if you
like
get-
to, yes.
If you get married?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want the man to protect you? Well, I think we actually
If
established.
needed, but in
that's
other
not-
moments, if I'm able to do so, I'll do that.
Of all the men you've dated, who took the initiative, the romantic initiative?
The man. I'm not as romantic though, or.
Well, who took the
sexually-
initiative?
What do you mean the
Who made the
initiative?
first move?
I did.
In all.
Not in
I'm
every
calling
single
you
one
out
of
on
them. Not on every single one of them.
Well, are you talking
So you're saying just
in
because
your...
a man makes the first move, he's like,
That's a gender role. That's a gender role.
okay. Well, yeah, it is a gender role. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean it has to stick and be universal and stay.
A lot of men don't like that gender role because they feel like they're not getting romantic affection.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
It doesn't matter whether men like it or not. Men have to
Yeah, it
operate in
does.
reality. So I could have this sort of wishful thinking where, yeah, as a guy, as an average man, I wish I had the sexual and romantic attention, the same exact sexual and romantic attention as the average woman. Can you not interrupt, please? But that would be wishful thinking. Average men can't just wait around for women to make the move, right?
That is true.
So we have to operate in reality. The reality is men have to take the initiative. Men have to make the first move. We have to ask you out. We have to plan the date. We have to typically pay for the date. We're gonna have to move things forward if we want some things. You disagree?
No, the comment.
Down his arms and he's like,
Okay. So that's just the reality.
But a guy who drove a Lambo told me to.
He's actually ripped, rich, and rare.
Yeah, he's ripped.
Not a man's world.
It's not my fault.
So you're currently in a relationship, right?
Yes,
One
I-
year. One year.
I have to take some of that.
Okay, so you've been in the 1 year relationship.
Touch My Blade donated $200. She would prefer to hyphenate her husband's name with her father's or grandfather's name. Checks
Actually,
out.
I'm in the process of changing my last name that was given from my father to my mother's maiden name.
What? Holy
And so
shit!
from there, we're gonna. hyphenate.
Wait,
So,
you're-
I
wait,
really
wait,
have
you're-
to pick somebody up right now. I
You're-
live 4 hours away.
Well, why don't you just stay till the end so we can try to get through everything?
I think it's supposed to be 11 o'clock.
We can. I'll try. Okay, I'm sorry, really quick though, you're gonna change your last name to your...
Yeah, because my father's absent and I don't want his last name.
Your parents aren't together?
Nope. Divorced 3rd grade.
Told you.
Told ya.
She doesn't seem like a bad
Oh my god, I
person
knew
to
she had
me.
daddy issues. I knew it. Oh my
No,
god.
it's just I said that they're more likely to raise feminists, single moms.
Boom, roasted.
Bruh.
Hold on, so okay. Oh my, there's so much to get through.
Touch My Blade donated $200, which was her father's name, Lord.
Okay, let's bring it to dating. Thank you, Touch My Blade. You had something about body count, right? You said girls with higher body counts give better gluck.
Yeah.
Wait, hey, where are you going? Stay.
I'll come back.
Okay,
I
she'll come.
text my friend and
Te-
tell him I'm gonna be super late.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What about
so sorry.
the gluck?
You know.
I don't agree with that.
You have a different question for me
girl.
because at this point, I'm just tired.
Well, okay, I'm leading into my question. Do you think men who care about body count are insecure?
Do you care if you have a high body count? I don't think they're insecure. No.
Yeah, like they wouldn't date a woman because he thinks she has a high body count, whatever that is.
No. I don't think they're insecure because of that.
Okay.
Ask me that question again. Can you ask me it again?
You mean the one that I just...
Are they insecure? Are men insecure if they don't want a
they're
woman with a
not
high body count?
No, I just think it's self-respect.
Nope. You're asking, are men insecure if they don't want to date a woman with a high
Yeah.
body count? No, I definitely do think it's a preference and it's okay.
Okay. I need to wait until she's back for my follow-up question here. Why don't we just go ahead and do this? We'll do the roast session and then we'll wrap up the show. We have Warlord 69 who... Oh, wait. She's gone. I'll have to pull it.
By the
I'll
way,
pull it back.
can I make just kind of one quick observation that I think it's really funny that when women say that they'll like bow to their husband and they'll submit and stuff like that, all the feminists come out and scream that they're pick-me's. And what's really funny about that is they got picked. It's really funny when they all call them
true.
pick-me's and then it turns
It's
out
true.
they got
It's
picked.
true. It's
And I'm
true.
like, well,
Question for you. Do you think men who care about body count are insecure?
No.
Okay, going around the table. What's your body count?
2,
You're not gonna believe me. 0. I already said.
12.
6, 5.
Mine's a little bit higher. It's around like up to 15.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
I
All
wasn't
right.
always a Christian.
There you have it,
I used
folks.
to be a feminist.
There you have it. We have Warlord 69.
Can't be both.
No.
Chair 4, was Caitlyn Jenner not voted Woman of the Year? How dare you bring your stupid ideology here? I'm destroying you in your own logic, and you can't see it. 07 Ninja, 07 Bria. Thank you.
Dummy.
Thank you. Boom. All right. Okay, I'm going to rapid fire through some of these questions here. We're not going to bring it back to the war stuff, but I do have one question to kind of finish up on the war stuff. Who's the primary victim of war, men or women?
men.
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 Really? Okay. All right. Hey, okay. All right.
Men.
I think
I'm just
women.
gonna say it just because whatever. Men. Oh.
I would say men. I do feel like, especially in certain wars, women and children become, and civilians
Yeah, they can be
become
victims, sure.
targets.
Okay.
But I do think men are the first.
Do you think white people have culture?
Yes. I don't know what that means. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yes. I'm from Ohio. It's all there.
Oh, yeah.
You're from Ohio?
It's all there. All
That's
white
the-
cultures.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. 100% yes.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, here's a good one. Anybody here have a roster?
What's that?
Have you ever had a roster?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Roster?
Yeah.
How big was the roster?
Like 9 people.
9 guys? Okay.
Yeah.
Roster?
Never know.
How big was your roster?
What do you mean by how big was it?
How many
How many
hoes have
names?
you had? And it's
No, like
not-
how many guys were you dating at the same time?
Oh, I've never dated more than one guy at the same time.
Oh, hooked up with?
Once.
24-hour period?
No.
Fortnight?
Yes.
14 days?
Yeah.
1 week?
No.
72 hours?
No.
Same day?
No.
Oh, okay. Roster?
No.
Come on, roster.
Arrested. You said it's when you're talking, like just talking or dating.
Were you a hoe?
But
Yeah.
I don't know all these terms like that. I'm not on the internet like that.
Like, were you talking to more than one person at once? Or
Like,
something?
no.
More than one person?
Okay. 1 sec here, guys. Let me pull up this super chat. I need to do a quick change. We're going to do the roast session, then we'll wrap the show. Dan Lafferty, every great man who invented something was gay. We're going to have to fact check that one, Dan. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, man.
What?
Appreciate
That's
it.
great.
Benjamin Franklin was gay? What?
Fact.
Something like that. Let's see here. Anybody here who's maybe seen the show before? Any disagreements on anything? Final thoughts. Final thoughts. How about this? Final thoughts on anything. Speak now, forever hold your pee-pee.
I had seen a podcast of you guys talking about abortion, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
we didn't talk
remember.
about that.
Huh?
We didn't talk about that yet, but go ahead.
Oh, because I don't remember which one of you said it, but you think that abortion should be completely banned, which I don't really give a fuck. Like, it shouldn't be banned, especially for sexual assault, and then just the normal talk that people say when they talk about why abortion shouldn't be banned. I just want to understand more. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, that we would have to launch into a pretty big explanation about when we think life begins, things like
Yeah.
that. But that's I mean, just like the Reader's Digest version.
Yeah.
So like me and her, for instance, our disagreement on this would probably just be around when life begins. That would be the entirety of the actual argument. It's like, when does it begin? So her justification for abortion would be, well, that's not a baby, it's a fetus, I would assume, right? No?
That's not my argument for like why it shouldn't be illegal.
Well,
I
I mean,
think
you don't think it's a
life, and
baby.
I think people just shouldn't get abortions just because they don't want a baby. I think it should be encouraged to give birth, but just like I don't think anything should be forced upon somebody.
But you do
I
think
don't
it's a human life?
Yeah, no, I do.
Okay.
It's totally opposing to all your other views, though.
Well, wait.
Wait, is she a based conservative pro-lifer?
No.
Is she? Oh,
No,
sorry.
no.
So wait,
I was trying. Okay, my bad.
I'm sorry.
Wrap it up. I really have
I know it's a
I'm,
life.
like, waiting on you.
Okay, yeah, never mind. We won't get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up in maybe like 10, 15 minutes, I think.
The roast is coming.
The roast is coming. I'm changing it. Guys, TTS is now $20. Get your roast in. We're gonna wrap up the show. Get your roast in, and we'll wrap up the show. My friend. Is that your friend with benefits guy? Or your boyfriend's wife?
No, it's my friend who's gay. Who's waiting on me to pick him up so we can go home.
That's what they all
So I
say.
can get 4 hours of sleep and then go to class tomorrow morning. Like I have to go.
You don't need to go to class. You could skip it. No one will check.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like an indoctrination factory.
Because I'm a girl, I have to learn.
Wait, didn't Charlie Kirk, he said college is a scam or whatever?
Yeah, that's true.
He
It's
did.
kind of a scam.
Do you have a college education?
No.
No?
Trade,
Trade? For what? Curious.
robotics mechanic.
That's sick.
That's sick, bro. That's fucking sick, Andrew.
Rachel Wilson donated $20.
Oh, boy.
Tonight I learned you ladies have no idea why you think or act the way you do. No concept of reason, probability, or reality. Floating through life on looks and sexuality like farts in the wind.
That lady's face.
Who's that? That was a pretty cool lady
Opinion.
She
watching.
Took my last name, too.
Yeah,
Opinion, not a fact.
shit. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate it, guys. TTS is now 20 if you want to get a roast in. We'll do a roast segment. Please roast me, roast Andrew, roast Jake.
Don't roast Jake.
Oh, okay.
Nah, don't roast Jake.
Roast
Jake's
Anissa. We got to roast Anissa.
Her hat's kind
I
of
actually have a
stupid.
couple friends who want to debate you guys that hit me up during this, so I can
Who?
send you that. Dean Withers and Mason, they were both in the Jubilee video.
Woo! Bring them on, especially Dean. I've wrecked them both
Touch
before.
My
I'll
Blade
wreck them
donated
again.
$200.
Thank you, Touch My Blade.
$20, okay, got it. She's halfway brainwashed. She should lean all the way one or the other and help us and herself out.
Yeah, ask if they'll they'll come on and do a 1v1.
Yo,
Tell 'em.
Blade.
That's what he wanted. Let's
Yo,
go.
Blade, thank you very much. Appreciate
Mason
it, man.
would be a good one. I thought he was pretty clever.
Blade, send me either a
Mason?
DM
He's not allowed in
Instagram.
Jubilee.
Blade, send me a DM Instagram or a message
I'll
on
just
Discord,
dump
okay?
progressives.
I'll get you a roll on our Discord, okay, man?
Big Sass Energy donated $20. Guys, her friend is gay. He
He
could
is
be on the
actually.
verge of an extraordinary
He
invention.
came up with a really good
Let her
podcast
go.
idea, so he is an inventor.
Thank you, Sass.
That's why I had
Appreciate
to
it,
wait
man.
till it dropped
That's an
$20.
invention? Podcast idea?
Sons of Liberty donated $20. Lib tears are delicious. Lib women are the greatest threat to liberty. They choose abortion over liberty.
mean,
Guarantee,
I-
I would not defend these libdigens from the invading hordes.
Wow.
Trump 2024. Repeal 19.
Wow.
Lol Paladins donated $20.
Thank you,
I
Paladins.
realized yesterday that all the women Maddie interviews that every woman says she will not date a feminist. But who do they hook up with? Use cuck as an insult. Fight in the streets. Trump supporters.
Touch My Blade donated $20. I'll throw a 20 at Jake. House represent no H0 mo.
By the way, guys, if you can, I know there's some super chats coming in. If you can do it through Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/whatever. First off, Andrew, my goat, no glazing, always cooking, plus bricks, and you ain't slick. I see Vegeta and Android, 1718 in background. W podcast, keep going. Maybe when I'm high status, I can drop by on the podcast. Blickmaster69, the Blicky, thank you, man, appreciate it. Guys, if you want to get your $20 TTS roast in, Maddie needs to be roasted. I need to be roasted. You can roast me. I was very toxic tonight. And so was Andrew.
The underscore black
nice to everybody.
donated $20. I'm a successful six-figure Asian American female, and even I don't have the privileged opinion that you have chair for. I swear you're so dilulu, everyone's laughing here.
What? Thank you. Thank
Rap
you, Black
underscore
Lotus.
PSA donated $20. Brian, Maddie, on the live stream you can sell whatever sweatshirts, hoodies to all the women who left the house in their lingerie. Get that street vendor license. Winter is coming. Warlord69 who donated $20. Chair 4, I don't really care what your name is. You're irrelevant when it comes to the daily life of a man. I would rather fix the ugly Russian that took off her makeup than fix you a liar.
You have mental.
Damn, that's bad. That's a gnarly roast.
Forgot the Russian was here.
That's a gnarly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened to her?
There was a comment.
Giovanni JD donated $20. Andrew's patience with pink hair was commendable. He was essentially trying to explain why the square block goes into the square hole, but met her where she was. Good shit. I was also regarded at 18.
So was I.
Thank you, Giovanni. Appreciate it.
Rachel loves smooth arms donated $20. Andrew, what are you packing down there? Landing strip, full bush, smooth as dolphin. Noah donated $20. Jake looks like a college kid who just got a job as a door-to-door salesman who sells insurance.
I just bought some insurance from them. That's wild.
Sons of Liberty donated $20.
Thank you, Liberty.
Name one non-abortion policy on why you will vote for the woman who slept her way to the top. With married men and did not receive one vote.
Nice.
Because Orange Man bad.
Touch My Blade donated $20. Also, I saved a US lady from the USA streets. 14 years married. Oh, what that lotus bird is my wifey. Stop spending money.
Yo, Blade, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Jake's imaginary homeland donated $20. Help. I think I'm bugged. Might be bugged.
boy.
Might be bugged. Oh, there's more coming through. There's more.
Rachel Wilson donated $20.
Thank you, Rachel.
You should have to register as a feminist so you only get female first responders if you ever call 911. And if there's a draft, you're the first to the front lines. F you for shaming the only non-feminist.
You did
Lol
shame her.
Paladins donated $20.
And apologize.
I would pick the pick me girl. Boom roasted.
You know what? You should come back for a one-on-one debate with Andrew. What do you think?
I have to think about that for
Think
quite
of it. We'll talk.
quite a
We'll
while.
talk.
Lisa Watt donated $20. This is why 304s shouldn't vote. Women don't care about invaders cause they will do what they always do. Open their legs. This is the truth. The day you think they will ever care is never coming. Director donated $20. Girls, drop the roster, buy a roaster, make a man a damn chicken. Engineer me a sandwich, engineer me a child.
Yo, thank you, Director. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Amanda Thun Medtech donated $20. Andrew, can I be friends with your wife? Jake, I never wished I was an Aussie more than when I started seeing you on the Whatever podcast. Brian, you're the goat.
No, she has
Yo,
friends
thank
who
you.
tell them about
$20.
Thank
Touch
you,
My Blade has
Amanda.
no life and way too much money for TTS. He's actually a nice guy, my bad, keep it up, bro.
Hey, Noah, I mean, you're pretty generous yourself. You know. Thank you,
Anon
Noah.
donated $20.
Thank you, Anon.
It's terrifying that colleges are cranking out brainwashed women like Lily W. The intersectional racism/sexism mental gymnastics. At least she picked democracy over abortion. W. Ariana Brains and Beauty.
Wait, what degree did you get in college? Are you graduated? Did you graduate?
Good class tomorrow.
Visual arts.
Visual arts. You got to visualize yourself in the forest with a man instead of a bear. That's all I gotta say.
G.
Goddamn.
M. Jim donated $20.
Thank you.
Brixton, you and your dumpy are toxic.
Thank you.
Can you hire security or fire the current security? I do not want to see Maddie get hurt in a drunken street fight. Giga donated $20. Brian looked and sounded like a soy boy 5 years ago. Brian is an assertive stud now.
What?
Is that true? Is that true, Mike?
I don't think I was I looked and sounded like a soy boy.
I
It's
underscore
possible.
said
It's
underscore Dame donated $20. Chair number 3 is so freaking hot.
Hey, look
when
at
she
that.
called number 4 out
We're
on
talking
her
about you.
intellectual hypocrisy, I
This is
came
freaking
so
hot.
hard I have to replace a ceiling fan. Rock underscore PSA donated $20. Women that say they don't need men gives me the biggest tick.
Oh,
Run
wait.
away with a quickness.
Wait, because it went up into the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never broke a ceiling fan?
Because I get it. Sorry.
Never avoided a drop bear?
Silver_Amsterdam donated $20.24.
Thank you, Raph. Thank you, Amsterdam.
From Amsterdam here. Great convo. Chair number 4 should definitely be invited again, perhaps for a one-on-one with Andrew. W for all here. Cheers.
Look, I know it was heated. I know.
From the biggest tick.
Oh,
Run
wait.
away with $dollars. Chair number 3 is so freaking hot.
Hey,
when
look
she
at that.
called number 4 out
We're
on
talking
her
about you.
intellectual hypocrisy, I
This is
came
freaking
so
hot.
hard I have to replace a ceiling fan. Rock_PSA donated $20. Women that say they don't need men gives me the biggest tick.
Oh,
Run
wait.
away with a quickness.
Wait, because it went up into the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never broke a ceiling fan?
Because I get it. Sorry.
Never avoided a drop bear?
Silver_Amsterdam donated $20.24.
Thank you, Raph. Thank you, Amsterdam.
From Amsterdam here. Great convo. Chair number 4 should definitely be invited again, perhaps for a one-on-one with Andrew. W for all here. Cheers.
Look, I know it was heated. I know you heard some things you disagreed with, but, and I think perhaps Andrew will agree on this, we gotta commend you for coming into the Lion's Den and offering pushback, offering arguments. Some people come on, don't really have much to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to look at you guys. I'm sorry.
It was fun.
But you did good. I think you did good,
appreciate
and
that.
I think none of this is, we don't have any ill will towards you.
No, it will.
No ill will.
No, a little bit. I'm a little scared.
You're scared? You did great. I thought you did
No.
really good. I thought you did good.
Good, thank you.
We disagreed on stuff, but I thought you were good, and it made for like interesting back and forth. So I appreciate you for that.
Wicked Wally donated $20. You women don't understand how Andrew is kind and benevolent to all you. If Andrew was truly as cruel and evil as the vile strumpets think he is, he'd be passing around my phone number.
Also, I think we can fix you.
That's my cue.
Oh, it was a joke. Wait, there's more. Come on, just sit down.
Touch my
Just hear
bread,
them. There's like
donated
3 more. There's 3 more.
I miss my own money, so I spend it how I like. Bless.
Thank you, Touch My Blade.
Yeah, you don't want to rage quit at the end of the show.
Touch My Blade. This is a
Sons of
question for
Liberty
you. You gotta
donated
speak into the mic. You gotta.
Would you rather date a Trump supporter or MS-13 member?
Which one would you rather date?
What's MS-13?
Like gang?
Very
Mexican
bad
gang.
gang.
Very bad.
It's a safe-
Salvadorian.
Mucho.
I have dated a
Satanic
Trump
gang.
supporter.
Very, very
Oh.
satanic gang.
Was he the best man you ever dated? Okay, never mind.
Did he wear the hat? They gotta wear the
You
hat.
got to wait. Meninist podcast. The Feminist Girl did a pretty good job. It takes a lot to defend your views against these brainwashed Meninists on a podcast that constantly
Is
jerks.
that me? Am I the feminist girl?
Yeah.
He's
I
big
really
up in
appreciate
you.
that, actually.
Good job.
Very
Gambit 90
much.
donated $20. Brian. Hair dye, especially the crazy colors i.e. pink, red, green, blue are red flags for a potential long-term partner. Just like tats, overly pierced. Recreational use only. It screams neuroticism.
Oh, I thought it was just like
Quadman
she's got dark
808
hair, but she
donated
dyes it
$20.
brown, lighter
Therefore,
brown.
please read more. Much to learn. C-section often common for women. Would guess men that would commit SN was less than 8% meet better men.
Wait, what?
The Hate Hunters donated $20. Where did that goblin girl go? I like to watch whatever podcast
goblin.
while I play World of Warcraft. She looks like a creature I should be farming in Searing Gorge.
Searing Gorge. Oh my God.
Warlord
Like an imp?
69, you
An imp?
donated $20. Jake, Australia isn't a real country. Andrew, fix the hair, JK. It looks great.
Yeah,
at
we need you
7.
to slick it
Brian,
back.
that tubby needs some work. Share number 4. The only thing you deserve is to get sent to the front lines, Hawk Tour.
What the fuck?
That was a
The
conspiracy theory.
_black_Lotus donated $20. Trust me, I don't want to hear Chair 4 struggle to articulate and rationalize
That's
simple
not
points.
fair.
Wait, that's because there are no relevant points to be made worth sharing. Matt Walsh donated $20. To the indoctrinated SJW with the security blankie and Chair 4 with 12 bodies, please answer the question, what is a woman?
You can play the cricket noise.
Wait, oh, come on. You got to answer this one.
No, I have to go.
Just answer really quick. Just answer really quick. You're
That's
good.
a long question.
It's just anybody who identifies as a woman, right? Wouldn't that be your answer?
No, I have a pretty in-depth. I'm not.
Okay.
Wait, question on
Nope,
that.
nope,
Is it?
nope,
Hold
I
on.
can't.
Hold
Nope,
on.
I know, I really gotta
Wait,
go. I will
is
walk
it
out. I
wrong?
literally walk out.
Is it wrong for a man to not want to date a trans woman because they are trans?
No.
Okay.
It's preference.
Wait, you got to hear the last 3. The last
Wes Watson donated $20.
7, 8, 9.
No, no.
You
Did you say 7, 8,
WHO
9?
always talk about
You-
men having
you gotta hear
boundaries.
this. Listen to
Why
this.
the fact
There's a
you
good one
are
coming
friend
for
with
you. There's a
Andrew
good one.
Wilson, WHO endless times have disrespected your country, saying it's a fake and not having own currency.
We're not friends.
Lol Paladins donated $20. If you're scared, maybe you can have Madison walk you out to your car for security late at night, because women are just as strong as men.
Well, she knows karate.
She's
Vector donated $20.
She's scrappy.
From what I've seen of the bot so far, it was nice to see Andrew pull Mother Russia out of Babushka.
Thank you, Vector. Appreciate it. Babushka. Vladivos.
Red Green donated $20.
Thank you, Red Green.
Maybe this will help her feel more comfortable. Let's all bow our heads and recite the man's prayer. I'm a man, but I can change, if I have to, I guess. Silver_Amsterdam donated $20.24. Hiya Jake, big fan or rattlesnake rattling buzz.
Thank you.
Silver Amsterdam, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Noah donated $20. Brian Hall, many refreshments have you offered tonight?
The substances.
You must go repent. Caffeine is from the devil himself.
Again, the caffeine, the substances, it's abuse. It's abuse.
Beating Chicks donated $20. Feminists and liberals are a waste of semen in society. If you want to live in communism, I'll buy you a one-way ticket to Venezuela. Vote Trump or get fucked.
Whoa.
Mistakenly so what donated $20. The coup showed us within a year the animals invaded cities. If men disappeared overnight, the ladies could meet that bear they always wanted.
Great.
Would you rather be...
Rap_PSA donated $20. What would you be doing if you weren't reading this TTS?
Sleep.
Word. This is going to be an early show, too. I mean, y'all crazy on this one. Y'all crazy. We got... thank you, Ratho. Appreciate it. We got a few more coming through.
Mu Omicron Lambda Omega Nu 22 Lambda Alpha Beta Epsilon donated $22.22. Russian KGB left cause she knew something that truly happened to Mason. Just saying. Girl in chair number 3 is a troll, probably hired by a Soros-funded organization.
Ooh,
Good versus evil.
Low Paladinus donated $20 США. I'm in Sirin Gorge right now. This is now Warcraft podcast.
He's in Siren Gorge right now. What are you doing in Siren? Is it, are you playing...
G'day mate donated
SOD?
$20. HF4OH.
Good day, mate. Thank you, man. What does OH stand for?
Ohio. You say IO, like OHIO. Unless it's an insult.
Touch My Blade donated $20. Based Lotus be based. But I'm biased.
Yo, Touch My Blade, thank you so much for the message, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Lol
Paladins donated $20. Madison knows karate. That's racist Andrew.
I didn't say kung fu.
Lol Paladins, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Ridiculous.
Some other guy, my favorite part of this episode was the girl who destroyed the F murderer's car. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
the
The P3DO murderer's car. Okay. All right. Hey, they liked your part, you know.
John Lawson donated $20.
Oh,
Chair
another
number
one.
3
Another
is a
one for
based
you.
feminist slayer. You should have talked more and put that feminazi Lily in her place more.
Aw.
Serial killer donated $20. Girl in the
Because I have to
cringe
go.
You have gotten up 3
I was supposed to go
times in the
45
last
minutes ago.
15 minutes. Clearly you have issues.
You want some popcorn? You want a little pie? It's
Happy
good.
_O'Connell
It's the best
donated
popcorn you've ever had.
$20. Just saying hi.
Sup, Puppy?
Yo, Habib O'Connell, thank you for the little message.
Quadman 808 donated $20.
Hold
Trump
on.
2024
You gotta
the
stay.
only
You gotta
logical
stay
choice
till it's
for our
done.
republic.
You gotta stay till it's done.
It's almost done.
We're almost done, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Listen, gay men are very patient.
Warlord 69 you
They're very
donated
patient.
$20.
Yes, they are.
Matthew 6:9-13.
Desmond's very patient. Wait, what?
No, you're very patient.
Wait, what? You're hungry.
Touch My Blade donated $20.
This
We
guy,
got Lol
he's gonna be like, oh, honey,
You
to
on
tell you how
Software.
terrible everything
Hit
was.
me up.
Yeah, that's what I look forward to.
Is it classic era or SOD Paladins?
Jantix donated $20.
this is why the
As a
wage gap
woman
exists.
myself, I can say that most of the panel is just not worth fighting for.
Yo, Jantix, thank you, man. If you want to prove that the wage gap, you see us guys here, we're chilling. You know.
Vector donated $20. Chair4 could have already defined a woman by now. Just saying. Boom roasted.
Boom roasted.
Makes 0 sense.
Oh, that's weird. I need to fix that. It's like slightly lower on the center. I don't know.
Josh donated $20.
I see that.
Jesus is Lord. Get right with God. It won't be long until he's back. God bless you all and your families as well.
Thank you.
Yo, Josh, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. We got three more
GMDQ
so far.
donated
Three more coming in.
$20. We need to take over Jake's fake island and turn it back into a penal colony. Then send all of these illegal immigrants there, starting with that Russian whore.
First of all, if it's fake, then how are you going to take it over?
How dare you hold these women hostage reading this stupid TTS? Maybe offer them a Red Bull. Yes, Sod is popping off mega server FTW.
Interesting.
I _said_gar_dame donated $20. If Chair 3 is a troll, lock me up in her cave so I can watch her chew every ounce of skin off of my body as I shake with pleasure.
What the
Ordering
fuck?
a new fan as we speak.
Damn.
Touch My Blade donated
Thank you,
$20. At Paladins for the Light Brother, we smite the...
Oh, Oh, Joey Vico, it's okay, ladies. People like Andrew Jake and their fan base are why aliens won't
King
take
Blackout
us. Talk to
donated
us. Talk to us.
$20. I'm sorry, was Jake on tonight? Didn't see or hear him at all.
below.
Based Andrew, Brian, and I guess Jake. Lol.
And then I think
Matt Walsh donated $20. What is a woman? You won't answer because the cognitive dissonance is far too painful. Prove us wrong.
Quick answer.
I feel sick and ill because I haven't eaten in 13 hours.
Want some
I have a
popcorn?
4-hour drive home. I'm gonna get 3 hours of sleep.
Do you want a day-old
I can't
burrito?
answer why a woman is or what a woman is
Dude,
because it's
I'll
a
hold you
loaded
over.
answer that I need
You know what? I will treat you and your gay friend to the best burrito you and your gay friend have ever had after the show.
Okay.
Oh, that was easy. Okay, I got you. I got you, boo. I'll take care of it.
Her gay friends had some pretty good burritos.
No.
What?
No.
Oh,
Because you're gonna be like, oh,
Gambit 90 donated $20.
Wait, what?
Hey, Andrew. Do you think if the
you
white
wanna pay
knight
for
from
me?
yesterday
We'll go
was there,
50-50.
he could have exorcised the demons from the Russian peace star?
I don't think so, no.
The rush?
Yeah.
I'm contributing to piss off the liberal who wants to leave and hates white men. Still no reason to vote for the strumpet. Thank you, Sons of Liberty. What do you think of white men? Do you like them? Do you not like them as much as black men? I'll buy you. What kind of burrito? What do you like on your burrito? You don't like burritos? Are you more of a quesadilla girl? Are you a quesadilla girl? You want nachos? What do you want? I got you. You prefer hamburger? In-N-Out's open. I got some applesauce in the refrigerator. You want some applesauce? Oh, she's gonna get the chips? Wait, I saw a Madeline back there. Whose Madeline is that? Who has the Madelines? The Russian girl? Did she take the Madeline? No. Is it still there?
I saw her eating something.
We need to get this girl some popcorn stat. We need to get her, what do we need? We need to get her popcorn. I have a ramune.
I'm not feeding these crazy feminists around here, bro.
Look, I don't know how you do it in Michigan, but here at the Whatever Podcast, I don't feed the guests at all. But listen, look, there's like a month's old half-drank Gatorade in the refrigerator. Do you want the Gatorade? There's electrolytes. Don't sleep on the Hey, what's her name again? I'm sorry. Lily. Excuse you. Excuse Lily. There's a half-drank Gatorade back there. You don't want it? You know what? There's some ketchup packets and soy sauce packets. Do you want those?
Your drink is in the freezer also. Oh, I appreciate that.
I will look. Can you just go home and leave the gay guy though? You just leave the gay guy. I'll take him to dinner.
Wow.
What the fuck? You just go home. Just like is he white guy or black? Yeah, just tell him to kick it. Just tell him to kick it. You know what's up? He's not here. Oh, damn. That's crazy. Damn. All right, go pick him up and then bring him back here. You know what I mean? Go get the gay guy, bring him back here. Whoa, that was a really homophobic comment that you made. That you are a homophobe. You are a homophobe. That's not appropriate. Okay. Do what, an hour ago? What's that? There is no overtime. Listen, I'm going to let the rest of the chats
Lol
come
Paladins
through.
donated $20. Can we ask the ladies if they would date a shaman tank? Any love for the horde?
A what?
She's going to be a good sport. She's going to finish it out. Is that a banana? Is that a banana? That's good. That's
Bizu Boy donated $20.
She's a good sport.
It's just like totally, like super important, right? Like for real, totally annoying, right? Like seriously.
Is he on
Touch
Grindr,
My
though?
Blade donated $20.
Is he on
Best
Grindr?
burritos at Jake Let's
how
Go.
do I? Oh my God, this is so. I'm sorry, bro. Best burritos. Touch my blade.
I need Jesus, Brian.
What do you mean, bro?
Lol
What are you
Paladins
talking about? You
donated
need Jesus, bro.
$20. Brian is
I'm
going
trying
through
to be
a dry
hospitable
spell.
here,
Keep your
bro.
gay friend away from him or he'll be getting a good burrito if you know what I mean.
Damn. Please don't joke about burritos. Like, that's my favorite food, dude.
Is it going to be a big burrito, Brian?
Please don't bring burritos into this, man. Here's another $20 just to piss her off. Why is
That
piss?
didn't make me angry.
She's,
Now
oh my
you have
God,
20 less
she's
dollars.
just frothing.
Jackie donated $20. If you feed a feminist after midnight, they turn into harpies.
Like gremlins.
A harp. What is a harpy?
Harpy is like a magical screeching
Probably the person who typed
creature
that.
with wings.
That's
Nate Hicks donated $20. Shout out to Jake, Australia for the white man.
Damn.
Thank you.
Yo, thank you, Nate. Thank you, Mo.
Not even there.
Roth_PSA donated $20. Damn, she got a banana bro, she's getting that potassium.
I'm a DoorDash. Something for me. What's his name?
Lily
Sorry,
donated
I don't know.
$20. Come back and eat the banana slowly on camera like a real man.
That's crazy.
How does a real man eat a banana? Like, what's the technique, bro? Amanda, here's another 20 just to piss her off some more. How pissed off are you at Amanda?
I'm
right
not gonna
now?
lie, I actually think it's quite funny. You're spending $20.
She's enjoying it. Maybe most of it for the beer. Andrew will need to suffer through these gals some more. Amanda the MedTech.
90_Zebras donated $20. Lily's brain is almost as smooth as my freshly shaved arms. Her desire to leave is almost as strong as her dad's when he never came home.
Oh, bro, dude.
Mr. Ganesa Watt donated $20. Brixton wants to party with the gay guy like Diddy. Don't worry, Lily, you can take that.
What
Take
the
that.
hell, dude? What the hell?
You walked into it, Brian.
Damn, that's crazy.
Show us your Grindr account.
Donated $20. Brixton, stop giving these women substances. What's wrong with you?
I will give somebody a $2 bill if they...
Jake's Imaginary Homeland donated $20. Can't go 13 hours without eating but still equal to men? I do that daily on night shift.
Cool
Cool
guy.
story, bro.
He doesn't eat.
He wants a cookie.
Cool guy.
Lol Paladins donated $20. At least now we know why Brian hates women so much. No, please.
Damn, bro. What the hell? I'm just trying... I'm just like... I don't know, he sounds cool, man.
Brian's Burrito donated $20. I've heard through the grapevine that Brian's Burrito tastes really good. Me and 3 other guys can confirm this.
Man, it's more like a Gordita Crunch or some shit, bro. Why you... Crazy Ace, thank you for the gifted 20 subs, man. Appreciate it. Who is willing to snort a line of soy sauce for $2?
Touch My Blade donated $20. At Lolpolinar bro, 2 shamans are heathens and ops.
True, man.
But with the light on your side, you will be blessed with victory over the tyranny of the Horde.
Oh. Wow, that was great.
Big Sass
Thank you.
Energy
Oh.
donated $20. Men, take note. Look how fast you can make a woman happy with a little food.
Look,
You can make anyone happy.
She was a
if you
little
put some food in
hangry.
there.
She was a little hangry there. You're not yourself.
Yeah, I also got it
What's
myself
that
and bought it
Snickers thing?
myself. So
Josh donated
yourself.
$20.
Without the Snickers?
Thanks for a great B-Day episode, panel. Love
Yo,
you
thank you,
guys.
Josh. Appreciate it, man.
All of you were great except Angel lying about curb stomping and the machete-wielding noodle arm she it for brains. Cheers, guys. Bizu Boy donated $20. If a voice speaks in silence, does it make a sound?
Yes. Word?
King Blackout donated $20.
What the fuck?
Brian craving the Diddy Jail burrito with extra cream.
What the fuck?
Explains why he's been working on his dumpling.
Bro, what? I can't have friends? I can't have a male friend who...
Lol Paladins donated $20.
Is that-
3 guys,
is that wrong?
like in a row. Try not to trip over any burritos on your way out to the parking lot.
You talking to me? Is this directed at me?
Random Hero donated $20. I'm just wondering if Touch My Blade can lend a brother some of them points off that Bon Voyage Marriott credit card.
Bon voyage. Yo, Random Hero, thank you for the message, sir. I appreciate
That's a really interesting way to borrow money. Just send it in super chat form.
I wonder if you could launder.
Oficialmente no sé cómo manejar a Ted. No es mi tipo de personaje, de mejor de personaje. Pero no voy a tirar más, tengo un dolor de cabeza. Yo estaba tirando con Terry porque tengo la curiosidad de saber jugar con él. Quiero aprender a jugar con él. Porque no es mi tipo de personaje. Él es un personaje que no tiene mucho combo, que no sea, vamos a decir, él no tiene una manera de conseguir daño de manera normal. Tú tienes que esforzarte por eso. Él es un personaje de puro neutral. Y eso no es mi tipo de personaje, pero lo quiero aprender como quiera, pero porque sé que él es fuerte. Pero jugamos mañana, otro día, cuando se me baje el dolor de cabeza. Yo dije, déjame tirar 2 sets de 10 con Terry y después cierro. Porque no aguanto que te dolor. No es mi tipo de personaje. Pero no voy a tirar más dolor de cabeza. Yo estaba tirando con Terry porque tengo la curiosidad de saber jugar con él. Quiero aprender a jugar con él. Porque no es mi tipo de personaje.
through Streamlabs?
You probably don't want to wonder that.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm wondering if people have
You
done
need
that,
more
though.
burrito money?
There's like instead of like a mattress shop, it's just like I don't know.
Amanda Thurman Tech donated